What's going on, guys? We are back tonight with a video for you, and it's been a hot week, man. I had to take a week off from the trade ban, so went ahead and decided tonight's the night. We're gonna get back into it. So for those of you that haven't seen me play a game in a hot minute, it's probably why. So I did a video the other night though of disruption cards. So I targeted several cards that I thought were really good for top cards that disrupt the game. That could be cards that lock, cards that debuff your opponent, basically swinging things differently in your favor, or maybe even not in your favor. So there's several cards that do very similar things. So I built a deck of disruption, essentially, is what we did. So here's what I came up with. Not all these cards are disruptive. There are some in here just to try to make this deck win a little bit, like Planet X. So not a disruption card, obviously, but very good card. Buffs your space cards plus 14 perm, and then we're going to buff another plus 14 until played because we only have 4. Black Hole, another one that's not really disruptive, just buffing our space cards again so we can have at least some heavy hitters in this deck. But World Turtle, again, same thing, just kind of built around. I wanted a card to somewhat build around, and World Turtle is what I chose. I haven't really done this deck in a while, so I figured let's bring it back to the forefront. We can show it off a little bit, but basically the rest of the deck is disruptive. Aside from, actually, one more card, Art Deco, actually 2, and Anubis. So got a few cards here, so I guess not really a disruptive deck. Whatever. But no, the rest of the deck basically disruptive. So we'll go through here and take a look at what I'm talking about. We've got the Tunguska event. When played, your opponent's cards, wherever they are, lose 7 until played. So 7 on your opponent's entire deck. Quite decent. I feel like this card is a little bit underrated. It is 6 energy. You get 70 power, so your power already a little above the curve on its own, and then just that debuff effect. I know there's some cards that do it better, but I think this card's decent. Man, if it got just a little bit of buff and was, on par with like the Roanoke Colony at plus 10 until played, I think this card would be a powerhouse too, because comboing with this card could be quite good. So obviously this card doesn't matter if you win or lose, but it is pretty disruptive because it swings pretty heavily in one person's favor. So you're either going to ding your opponent minus 10 until played on their entire deck, or you're going to gain plus 10 until played on your entire deck. So either way, pretty strong. Like I said, the disruptive part would be dinging your opponent. So that's why we added it to the deck here. We splashed Kepler. Well, I shouldn't say splash. We added Kepler here for some more disruption effect. So when drawn, an opponent's random card in hand locks this turn. So disruptive because it has the chance to screw up their cycling. Could hit a card that wants to be played on turn 1 or maybe late game. They're holding like a Sidonia, want to buff it to the last second, and it locks right there at the last turn. They don't get to cast it out. Stuff like that can really make or break a game. So it's fun to add in and makes it, a little bit more of a RNG effect to it because you don't know what's going to lock, don't know how it's going to disrupt their deck, but it could really mess them up. Praying Mantis, another one very similar. When drawn, if you're losing the round, 2 opponents' random cards in hand lock this round. So want to try to get that cycling so we can at least get two turns where it locks opponents' cards up. So very disruptive. We've got Indigo Milk Cap. Arguably, in my mind, one of the most disruptive cards in the game if played properly. You want to play it early. You want to try to play it to where one of your cards in hand that gets locked out, it's not that big of an impact for you. So unfortunately, I don't have a great setup for that. So it could end up hurting us, but we do want to disrupt our opponent, right, and lock out one of his cards permanently more than anything. So I'm going to try to set it up to where the chances of one of my cards getting locked that I don't care about is a little bit higher. So, and what's great is even if you just want to hold on to this card, you do get that plus 25 until played, just holding it. So it's just a fantastic card. I can't believe you don't see it more. And like I said, just straight out disruption, right? We could lock out a Statue of Liberty basically for the guy's entire game, and it's just completely backbreaking when your whole deck's built around a card like that and it gets locked. So could really hurt him. General Sherman, super disruptive as well. When played, your opponent's cards, wherever they are, with 50 or more base power, lose 30 for the round. So it's multiple turns are going to be affected by, so it's pretty good. Shinigami, another one that could arguably be the number one seed here for disruption, because it has that on that turn, you're going to randomly ding an opponent's card minus 500. So chances are that card is definitely going to zero, probably, 99 times out of 10, out of 100. So definitely going to be very disruptive. So fantastic card there. Boston Tea Party was on my I think it was honorable mention I had it at, but this card's pretty cool for disruption just because of what it does here. It could disrupt not even in your favor. So if you end up losing the turn, your opponent gets that 80 next turn. That could help them win the next round too, if you're not careful. So if you play this on like a turn 3, set yourself up or your opponent for winning the next round essentially with an 80 head start. And obviously dinging everybody's cards minus 16 perm. So you want to try to set that up when you play, cards that aren't as affected by the minus 16. So maybe like Anubis or Christmas Truce, where they're going to go to zero most of the time anyway. So you want to try to stage that around some of those other cards like that. Maybe even Antimatter, because it's going to go to zero. So it won't hurt you as badly. Christmas Truce, really neat card here. Very disruption oriented in my opinion. If drawn on turn 1, both players actually gain +3 energy. It's a hidden ability that you can't see on the card. And then when played, all cards in both players' hands lose 40 on the turn. And then when returned, a random card in your hand gains +120, and so does your opponent. So interesting in a deck with lock like this, where we're disruptive, because we could end up buffing a card of our opponents that is locked to where they can't even play it, so they're not getting the effect. But then we're getting the effect, or vice versa. I've seen it where one of my cards is locked out from Indigo Milk Cap, and then it buffs my locked card, but my opponent gets the +100. So there's definitely some disruption here that can happen even against you for Christmas Truce, which to me makes it fun, that disruptive factor that, man, I just kind of screwed myself over there and Christmas Truce did me dirty. But, that's the point of it. We've got Roanoke Colony. When returned, if you lost the turn... Oh, we already kind of discussed that one, I guess. Grim Reaper. Really been high on this card a lot lately, too, for the disruption factor. When drawn, if it's round 1 or 2, your opponent's cards in hand lose 32 this turn. And if it's round 3 or 4, your opponent's cards in hand lose 16 this turn. And then if it's after round 4, it hurts you. So your cards lose 16 perm. So not a huge factor, though, I feel like, because most of the time... you're trying to play this specifically certain ways to where you're not going to draw it again at the end of the game. So you can kind of get around the negative effect most of the time, I'd say. Door to Hell, quite disruptive, just buffing all your cards and then obviously burning your cards in hand as well. So just a card to help you kind of win a turn too. So Mark Azura, I really like this card. I really hope they print more cards like this. I wish the play effect, though, was permanent. Your opponent loses permanent power as well. You got to make this card really freaking good. So, but anyway, it says when played, the card opposite loses 30 this turn, and then when returned, your opponent's remaining cards in hand lose 20 permanently. So, good card though. I like the mechanic, especially for locking opponents' cards out. And let's say we got 3 of them hopefully locked on their side, and this card they can only play 2 cards that turn possibly. We play this card out, and 3 of their cards get hit by that minus 20 perm. So good potential there. Antimatter, like I said, great card. Just digging our opponent's card minus 150, and this card loses 150 as well, back down to 0. Anubis, just for the perm power, like to try to stack a little bit up, because since we're doing so much negative damage with digging our opponent's power with cards like Reaper and Tea Party, Truce, hopefully, if we hurt ourselves in the process, we can still get some power up with Anubis because we're getting that permanent power. And finally, just like I said, Art Deco, getting that plus 20 perm. So let's go play this thing. I had originally, I mentioned yesterday I was talking about having that new web driver in the deck, but I tested it earlier, and this deck just wins a little bit too much early game, so it wasn't very effective. So opted to swap it out. So ended up just hurting me more than it was helping me. So figured let's get it out of the deck. So we swapped in. What did I swap in? I swapped in antimatter. So doing a little flippy flop there. But I did say I wanted to try that card out, and this is just not the deck for it. So I'm going to have to build another deck to showcase basically the potential of web driver, because I think there's a deck that can be built around that. But it is something that's going to need to lose early games. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. We got Anubis on the rip. Door to Hell also. I like that. Antimatter might be good in front of that space card. Could be a heavy hitter right there. So let's do it like that. Not as heavy as I hoped. All right. There's that plus 20 power. Already getting a little jump. I like it. Ooh, today was a day for me, guys. Super hectic at work for me. It's one of them I just felt like I couldn't get enough stuff done in a given day. I hate that feeling. All right, for our opponents only playing 2 cards, we're going to play Zorro for sure. Zorro for sure. It's kind of cool when you can anticipate something like that and just punish him for it. Ooh, nice buff on our Shinny. Definitely playing you this turn. All right, we locked out an opponent's card as well. I wish I could have seen if that was the one that got buffed, because that would be cool. Let's do Roanoke and Black Hole. Let's get these 2 buffed up a little bit. Ooh, did he get us? It's close. 264. Dang, he got us. Kind of surprised. I thought for sure we had that round. All right, well, we'll take it. Is what it is. Ooh, Tea Party doing me a little dirty here. All right, let's see. This might be the Indigo turn, because I'm not as scared about losing Tea Party or Kepler. So let's do that. I'd rather lose Tea Party, I think, just because Kepler actually gets the space buff. But if we have to lose one, I don't mind losing Kepler. Okay, Kepler it is. There's that Art Deco. I was wondering where you were hiding. We are going to be forced to just play 2 this turn. Looks like that's what our opponent's doing, so not too terrible. We got a massive jump anyway. No dice for our Mantis. That should be game. Down to 1. All right, we are getting the Tea Party buff, so nice head start for us in the next turn or next round. We got Sherman lined up. Looks like he's a big, heavy-hitting deck, too, so Sherman's pretty juicy here. Ooh, Christmas Truce on the rip. That helps us. Been a little energy starved. Not terribly, but a little bit. Let's get Anubis down. I want to get that perm buff going. Pretty good Sherman there. Alright. You can have the early lead, that's fine. I think we're probably going to outscale him here, especially since he just got dinged. Ooh, got my buff on my lock. Hopefully his stays locked over there. Good. Good. Alright, let's see if Zorro can pan out here. If he plays 2, it'd be nice. Nope, playing 3. So let's hold Zorro, because he's been playing 2 quite a bit, so. Let me do it like this. No, like this. Okay, holding the lead. All right, we got locked out on Zorro, so that's a little unfortunate. But I don't know. We'll see. He might not play 2 next turn. Ooh, we drew our expensive hand. Ooh, good thing we can play it all. That makes it nice. And of course, he did play 2 there. It would have been nice to play Zorro. But we got it. We got it. All right. He's going to need to win 2 in a row now. I don't see it happening. Just looking at his deck. All right, here's where I want him to play 2. Come on, play 2. No, not 3. Because I didn't really want to play Indigo here. So let's do here and here. Terminator action. Pretty good turn for him. We still did better though. He burned up a lot of energy there too. Now he plays 2, of course. Of course. Just can't win with the Zorro. We did get him once, though. All right, we got a nice lead here. I think this is GG. Tea Party coming down now, dinging again. I think we can play Sherman here. Do we even risk it? Yeah, we probably do. So that's probably man, that would be a great Zorro turn right there. Holy moly. That's probably Godzilla, so let's just go ahead and try to get our max down here. Do we need that? No, I don't even think we need that. Yeah, he just didn't have the energy he needed. We were running tight, but we didn't have too much trouble. All right, GG's. Let's do one more, see if we can get another W. One more quick one. I like this deck. It's a fun deck. There's a lot of like interesting decisions with it. Like I said, with the disruption factor, makes it a little fun to play too. So if you guys like fun decks, check this thing out. I'm telling you. It definitely makes games interesting. Ooh, Christmas Truce on the rip. Love to see it. And Sherman. Whew. Whew. Nasty little turn. All right, let's see here. I'm thinking, actually. No, let's go Reaper. Zero for you, sir. Zero for you. It's pretty crazy. The opponent plays 3 cards, does nothing. All right, we got the buff on our Indigo, so I guess that's what we're playing next turn. Hopefully we don't have anything too good. Ooh, man, I really don't want to lock those cards out. I'm hoping it locks Zorro. I definitely don't want to lock Turtle, so let's play you since our deck's built around Turtle. Yeah, let's do it like that. Not the greatest, but we knew it could happen, right, with this setup, so the fact that it Christmas Truce kind of buffed it wasn't the greatest for us. I much rather would have held Indigo till some different cards cycled with me, but it is what it is. All right, we're not getting very much luck on Praying Mantis in this build. This is not a great Tea Party turn either, so I think we hold Tea Party. Let's do it like that. Yeah, I think he got us here. Yeah, that's fine. Man, it would have been so much better had Mantis triggered there. That Zorro would have been brutal. Kind of nice to cycle those two next to each other, too. Just for that reason. All right, if he's only playing 2, I think we'd go Tea Party here. Yeah. There we go. Take my plus 80. All right, there's my Deco. Definitely need to get him down. And let's do it like this. Nice swing with Tunguska event there. He wasted it all for Holy Grail, which really wasn't that big anyway. Oh, out of energy. Okay. Is 115 enough here? I just want to be safe. Let's do Kepler. I think we were good, but yeah, we were good either way, but just to be safe. Just be safe, right? Can never be too safe. All right, we got 2 cards locked now. All right. He's doing our own strategy against us. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Shinny not looking the greatest when it's Sherman and Truce. cycled with it. Kind of wish I could have cycled it a little different there. But because of my setup, 2 cards locked, didn't really have a choice. I guess I could have just not played it, but... All right, we got the Roanoke buff here, so let's go ahead and play it. Still nothing for our Mantis, unfortunate. Seems like we're always out to an early lead and we just don't get that Mantis trigger. Maybe I need to swap Mantis for like Cockatrice. Maybe that would be better for the automatic. At least one of their cards is getting locked out for 3 turns. At least the way this deck's playing, it seems like. Since we're always out to an early jump. Ooh, did he get us here? It's going to be close. Yeah, I think he got us. Got us again, didn't he? Barely. All right, we're going to need to win the last 2. We'll see if we can do it. Do Tea Party. I think we win here. Get the plus 80. Oh, we got us. Wow. Camelot. Doing work. Ooh, that's backbreaking on us there. And there you go. Disruption against me. Tea Party did me dirty. All right, well, see if we can come back from that. Let us see. Ooh, man, I thought we had a good turn there, and he kept up with us there. Unfortunate. All right, I'm going to need a good draw. All right, we got Shinny. Man, I really hate to play Sherman this round, but oof. Oh, he's got 3 cards locked, actually, so maybe I don't need to play Sherman. I mean, I guess I can anyway, huh? That might be good, though. Heck yeah. All right. We're going to 5. Going to 5. All right, there's that truce, too. That helps my energy out. I like that when you get that truce cycling just right like that. It's nice. Definitely nice. Oh, did Truce do me dirty? Truce, what are you doing to me, bud? Killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. And, of course, Praying Mantis. Card feels underwhelming. Man, that Truce did me dirty there. And Praying Mantis again. Oh. Yeah, I feel like Cockatrice would definitely be better as much as we seem to be winning early games. Or early round advantages. All right, well, moment of truth. It's probably his big turn, too, with the cast Camelot and everything, so might be in trouble here. Nope, maybe not. Maybe we got it. Maybe. Was there ever any doubt? We had it the whole time, guys. Calculated. I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Good stuff, though. Good game. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. You can see what I mean by disruption, man. That was a nail biter. It made it definitely a fun game. So try it out, man. You guys will like it, I promise. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button and that subscribe button. We're going to keep trying to grow this channel, guys. Come on. I feel like I gain one sub and then I lose a sub the next day. I'm stalled out. Somebody help me. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.